Hello to everyone here at the Gnostic Takeover, listening in from all around the world. Thank you for joining me once again to a new video update here at the Gnostic Takeover. As always, with me, Steve. Today, we ain't got Liz here today. She'll be right back next time. We shall look forward to that. So today marks something this is the driving energy behind me doing this video today, is because it marks an anniversary, a 1-year anniversary, and I'm going to be talking about what that is shortly. And a lot can happen in a year. However, I wanted to take the time to heal my conditioning with this video. I'm going through difficult times at the moment. I've shared often on this channel openly before, and you know I'm no one to hold back and pretend as if my life's going great and everything's always great for me and look how great I am. No, I have the courage as a heart-centered being to just share what I'm going through, because that will make all the difference in the world. If we were to share our feelings, what we're going through, and have others also participate in this, because this is what helps us along our path towards freedom. When you're listening into the Gnostic Takeover, then that is what you're tuning in. You're not just wanting to have your prison cell decorated in another theme to make it a little bit more comfortable, as it was uncomfortable the last 2.5, nearly up to 3 years. No, we're not doing that here at the Gnostic Takeover. We're taking down the prison cell altogether. We're taking down the whole prison where the prison cell exists in, namely the system that is run by the spirit of evil. That's what the Gnostic Takeover is dedicated to do. And I want to jump right into the slides. I've got slides prepared for you. This is pre-recorded, so I'll be able to watch it comfortably on the couch once it is released and unleashed into the world. And as I said, this is for the healing of my conditioning, because I'm going through a major transformation at the moment right now. I'm heading toward 33 years of age, so-called age, and it's a massive momentum for transformation that's going on with me right now, and that is quite the challenge for me, which is the reason why it has made me stick to my discipline each and every single day, to just do the best I can according to the laws of the universe, according to natural law and natural order. There is an order to this universe. There's an order to all things, to evolution, to creation. And I'm giving my best every day to grow in consciousness. And at times that is very dark. It's been very difficult. However, I keep going, and this video will make me keep going. And one day, when I will have fulfilled my aim, or one of my aims, because this is a process, there's many stages to it, then I can look back on a video like I'm doing today and actually realize I did it. I pulled through. I didn't succumb to the program of limitation that wants to keep me small, wants to tell me that things are looking very grim for me. So at the moment we're looking for a new home, a new house, and that's very challenging. I'll speak about that soon. So it's been very challenging, and what do? I do what helps me, which is to do a video, so everyone gets to hopefully gain inspiration also. Maybe you're going through similar situations, and then we'll all realize that ultimately it's all about us just sharing your story, sharing your knowledge. And you don't have to have the full picture ready. I just go forward, and I know that action completes the Trinity process: thoughts, emotions, and action. And that changes the whole dynamic of my life and reality and how I feel. So there's a lot to get through today, and I'll start with this. Exactly 1 year ago, you see, I wanted to do a video on the 19th to have exactly the 1 year anniversary. However, how things turned out didn't let me do that. I had other things to do, like, for example, yesterday we did a video in German. I'm going to be doing more videos in German now. However, I'm not going to let the English channel just fall into dust. No. I'll keep checking in here. And anyways, let's head to the slide here. Austria imposes compulsory vaccination from February the 1st. That was in 2022. And that was announced on the 19th of November. The first country, okay, remember, throughout the entire world to impose the full-blown agenda, really showing its ugly face, the hidden controllers and the mind control program that they're running. Agenda 2030, UN Agenda 2030, and the whole technocracy, transhumanism. They showed their ugly face here in Austria. Like, I don't know if, I mean, it's a big world. There's been very brutal lockdowns in other places of the world. However, here in Europe, other nations have taken a big step back in imposing the agenda, whereas Austria just continued with lockdowns for the unvaccinated also last year. And that was happening, and I was invited for an interview on Gareth Icke's show right now, which you can still watch here on this channel. And I was asked how the Austrians think about this, and I said that this will not come to fruition. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks. It only depends what you yourself think. And if you say no, it ain't gonna happen. And there I was proven right. Austria scrapped it. Just type into any search engine, Austria scraps compulsory vaccination. Go ahead and do that. So that's success. That's massive. And you see, the timing of this is what I want to point out. The 19th of November 2021. So what was going on at that time? What was I doing at the time? The other day, at this anniversary, on the 19th, 3 days ago, I shared this video. And unfortunately, you can't right now see the title. There you can see it. The title of this video that I did was "Let Freedom for Humanity Be the Reality." I was setting the intention, as you can see here. Setting the intention. Let freedom for humanity be the reality. This is what I do. The Gnostic takeover is not so I reach freedom and that I have a good life. No. I can only truly be free once we've freed the entire human family. It will always be so. It will always be like that. Everything else is the religion of Satanism, where one of the tenets of Satanism is the me program. Oh, it's only about me and my family. Screw the others. That's not how it works in nature. It's not how it works. You have to do it for all of mankind. And at that time, as you can see here, okay, just to share some proof, 19th of November, I did this video, so half an hour long, just minutes before I was heading to St. Corona. Remember, at the end of this video, I also share it that I'll be participating in an ayahuasca ceremony today, that day on the 19th. Little did I know that it was going to be 3 ayahuasca ceremonies, and the last 2 of those we added datura to it. So, and everything from then on changed in my life. As you see here on this picture, I was in quite a good position. My work was moving ahead. I went through also major crisis at this time, and everything changed. That's the point. Everything changed as soon as I went to St. Corona. A massive turning point in my life. And this is where I set the intention before heading there, to St. Corona. There you can see, that's a billboard that they've got there of the actual location. St. Corona am Wechsel. Wechsel is the mountain range that is in the area there. And Wechsel also means change, transformation. A change of power, I would say. A change, a shift in the power dynamics, in which the dark occult priest class that has been enslaving mankind for so many years, we don't know for how many years, as there's major questions as to the actual history that has happened here on Earth. However, that's a whole nother topic. I went there. I went to St. Corona. I just took a leap of faith and I just knew I had to show up there. And that's where at the time Liz was living. And she set up a yurt there. And Errol was also there. Errol was still there. And others. And they were doing ceremonies. So I said, yeah, let's go over to St. Corona. And like the whole trajectory of my life just completely changed. And I had to be there because it actually so transpired. When you go and listen to the testimony of what Liz has given about her time in St. Corona, what she experienced during the ceremony, these are all videos that we did about a year ago. She came to find out through the ayahuasca ceremony and the ayahuasca ceremonies that were happening there that she was in a house of hell. She came to the realization through my input of knowledge and information that she was living together with the high priest of Satanism of Austria, and she had no idea. And that showed there was more details about the actual situation going on in St. Corona where she was living, was being shown to her during the ayahuasca ceremonies. And she had an experience where the people participating in the ayahuasca ceremony were trying to gain her consent to give her little child, little Leonie, who was 5 years old at that time, for Liz to give her consent so her child could be sacrificed in a satanic ritual. This is what came to light there. I already had my radar on the guy who she was living with in St. Corona when I was there in April of that year, April 2021. So also when you go back into the videos, that's where we did the video about the Grimmenstein pyramid, activating the pyramid of Grimmenstein. That is in Austria. It's about a half an hour drive away from St. Corona, 20 minutes to half an hour. So a lot happened there, and I went there to St. Corona to participate in those ceremonies and to help Liz get away with her child from a satanic pedophile ring that is connected to where she was living at the time, and also the people that were participating in the ceremony. And this with time has the situation has become so that only me and Liz have been together now since February, and all the other people like the Errols and all the others, they broke away. They were all in on black magic. They were trying to use black magic with ayahuasca and with datura. This is what black magicians do. They abuse psychoactive substances that are very healing and use it not for healing purposes but for the purposes of mind control and manipulation. For those who are a threat to their system of control. I'm speaking the truth here. What I'm speaking about is my testimony from my own personal experience. If anyone doesn't like that, well, go ahead and leave this channel, because I'll speak the truth anyway, and my perception. Taking back the crown in St. Corona. And you know what's amazing? It's that first the crown. What is the crown? What do you mean by the crown? May have to do with the crown chakra. Yeah, there's many angles to this. What has the corona crisis got to do with the crown? You see, I would like to do so many videos if it weren't that I have other things to sort out at the moment. That's why I only hop on here every 10 days, every 2 weeks. I'd love to do many, many more videos. I've got so much information to share. I mean, about the law. Doing my own courses about the law. It's going to be amazing what's coming up here. I haven't even really gotten started yet, as I'm still so immersed in my own healing process. Coming back to the point, what is the crown? The crown is ultimate knowledge. This is what they don't want you to know. When you gain access to the crown, you gain access to ultimate knowledge. And that's what happened here in St. Corona. I went there and took back the crown. There was an energetic block that originates from black magicians and the witchcraft that they do. Also the witches engaged in black magic. Black magic is so much more widespread than people have any idea. I have to keep mentioning that. There's so much more widespread black magic. People could never imagine how big it is. And they've put a cap on the plant medicine because it's a massive danger for the control system. And you see, I had my intention. As I said, I was setting the intention. I had my intention, and you can only make that intention a reality by working with plant medicine and taking the plant medicine. This is documented throughout history, and you can go and read John Lash's book, although I have my personal issues and questions about the motivations of John Lash, but take nothing away from the book. It's a great book. Not in His Image by John Lash. And Gnostics, what Gnosticism, the Gnostic takeover is rooted in. Gnosticism, knowing. Gnostics throughout the ages have worked with plant medicine. The sacred mushroom, ayahuasca, datura, and other psychoactive components like the fly agaric. And what black magicians do, this is why I'm talking about the highest level of knowledge here. It's a deception if you try and estimate the power of the Gnostic takeover by looking at how many people watch the videos. I know how powerful it is. And I'll just keep going, no matter what. They put a cap. The black magic practitioners of black magic put a cap on the plant medicine because they want to hide certain information. That information is knowledge about the law, the real law, the only law that has ever existed and will forever only exist. And that's nature's law, natural order. And this is what the plant medicine has been teaching me for all these months now. That's why I've got an information overload to share with everyone. However, I am so, as I said, so deeply immersed in my own process, having to fix things, working with the law of manifestation to manifest a new home. That's what I'm doing right now. Not going on any website and try and look for places. No, I'll manifest it. And it's an ultimate challenge. That's what you do. You see, the crown is ultimate knowledge. And when someone shares that knowledge, they want to put a cap on that. That's why the Gnostic takeover is under attack. And that's why it's so important that people listening here share this message also, because otherwise it won't get out. It will reach the right people. However, I need your support. And the best support you can give is by sharing this and taking in the information and for your own healing purposes. Keep going on your path of the truth. It's here for inspiration because it ain't an easy path. No one said it was going to be easy. Okay? So coming back here to St. Corona, you know what's very interesting is that the bus that drives through St. Corona, I just actually pulled that up from the actual website of the bus and train infrastructure in Austria. Look at that. It's the 369 bus. It's not a joke. You can look that up. But here you got it. You got St. Corona, St. Corona, St. Corona. Yeah. The 369 bus. And in actual fact, the first ceremony that I did in St. Corona was on the 19th of November. That is exactly 369 days today. In other words, a little bit more than a year. 369 days. That's why I love these numbers. I know the power of these numbers, which is the reason why I'm doing this video. Powerful, magical stuff, but you know, most people that could, oh, it's just a coincidence. Well, the Gnostic takeover is not a coincidence theorist. It ain't. The Gnostic takeover is a platform to rediscover the magic that lies dormant within us. Activate my own magic. Because I'm the biggest doubt of myself. Also, this is why I'm doing these videos for. My own healing. And you see, little did I know. Let's go back. Let's go back to setting an intention. Oh, here I was speaking big, you know. Oh, That's why I was describing probably the tentacles of Wetiko, the spirit of evil. Setting the intention. Yeah, let's go and do an ayahuasca ceremony. Great idea. Little did I know, the plant medicine was taking me on a ride. Into hell and right back, and into hell and right back, and keep going doing this until all the shadows come up and are transformed to the gold shining light that we are. The true power that we are. It's a crazy ride. I sometimes think I'm losing it. But then, breathe in, breathe out. Calm down. You're being taken on a ride. That's what plant medicine's doing. The plant medicine, by the way, because often is, how do I get access to plant medicine? You don't necessarily have to do the plant medicine. You can do the breath work also, for example, and the medicine will show up in your life when it is time for it. If you've made an intention, like me, for example, taking the planet back, or as I already shared, let freedom for humanity be the reality, then she will magnetically attract you. Okay, plant medicine magnetically attracts you. I have to write that down. And she takes you on a ride. And the medicine is meant to be worked with, and it's very powerful. Changed the whole of my life, and for the good, although sometimes I have moments where I'm like, better shouldn't have taken the sip of the cup, where it becomes too much for me, because it challenges you to the max. However, all of it is worth it. You know, we need a proper light shining somewhere to get the inspiration, not to follow orders from the new Adolf. No, that's not what it is. He takes you on a ride, and my intention, the real intention, was taking the planet back. You'll know it. I'll keep repeating it. I'll keep saying it until the bubble bursts. I don't care. What I care about is that this intention works out. And of course, I shouldn't be surprised, should I, that this process is so really challenging. Really challenging. Of course it's going to be challenging when you have this intention, because your experience of reality is the experience of intention. As I keep saying, Gnostics are intentionalists. Gotta have an aim, otherwise you don't know what you're aiming for, and you'll be played like on the chessboard. You'll be played like a pawn, like the masses are played. Oh, gotta get a job, oh, gotta run to my job, oh, gotta go this, gotta go that, oh, now I'm old and now I die, and what the fuck has it all been about? Well, someone had to take the planet back. Think big. Can't just take your own little house back, or your own little family, or your own little council, or your own little village, or your own little city. It's not the right thinking. It's a whole organism. That the planet is connected with the universe, the multiverse. Start with the planet. You're embedded, connected to this whole intricately, intelligently linked organism. That is the planet. A living, sentient being. But when you see what's going on here, you got to take it back. That's a voice of reason. And come what may. That's the intention. When you're taking the planet back, what you are doing is you're taking down the mental hijackers. You're taking down the force that has controlled mankind for a long time. Too long a time. The earth wants rid of them. It ain't funny anymore. keep going round and round in circles. This genocide that didn't just start in 2020. Go and look back at history. After the Second World War, the incredible tragedy that was, the genocide that was. The wars just continued, never ended. Why? Because of this force. I describe them as black magicians. They know how to manipulate people's minds. They know that the mind is the gateway to manipulating reality. Manipulating your perception of reality, which then becomes your experience of reality. They are mental hijackers. So when you have an aim, you've got to focus. What this force does is to deviate your focus at any moment, at any point. Because we are that powerful. Because we are creator beings. We're meant to create here in this earth. And not just create our own food. Well, that's art in itself. Doing the art, the great work in the kitchen, that is art. However, we're meant to create much bigger things like taking the planet back. And that's where they'll want to try and deviate you at any moment. And they have got the strongest of their weaponry is inside your own mind. What is the matrix? Or what I would term the matrix would, in my terminology, would be the original matrix. What I term the Wetiko matrix construct. The system of control, the control system that's run by the spirit of evil. It's the biggest weapon of its agents, of these black magicians against you, against me, against all of mankind, is the program of conditioning, the way they have conditioned our thinking, our systems of belief, the way we grew up. There's so much science to how babies in the womb, they directly receive this information as information. What is an information carrier? We've been marinating in this program, in this one-way track of thinking that keeps this system of psychopathy, this system of the spirit of evil intact, keeps it in place here on earth. This mind control grid that they've set up. This is everything that wireless radiation is about. They know not only the health effects of wireless radiation, they know the potential of microwave radiation for its application in mind control. That's the importance that they really want. So you can't differentiate between your own thoughts and the thoughts that are implanted into your mind. You got to be really intelligent to decipher that. That not all your thoughts are your own thoughts. The thoughts that, again, are in alignment with your intention that you set for your life, or your intentions, those are your thoughts. All the others are there to deviate you away from the aim. Because again, we are powerful creator beings, all powerful in comparison to this force of manipulation. They have no power, which is the reason they're running a control system. You don't run a control system when you have power. Power is where the source of energy comes from, and it ain't from them, because they're vampires. Vampires are not a source of energy, because in the definition of a vampire, they're blood-sucking. They are suckers of energy. They suck and abuse the energy of a source like we are. We are expressions of the source that created us. And what they use most powerfully against us, it ain't the Klaus Schwabs, it ain't Bill Gates, it's this program of conditioning, which is the reason why most people do not want to do that work on themselves. That's why people subscribe from the Gnostic takeover, because it ain't giving them the entertainment that they want, the intellectual masturbation, as I like to call it, to just, oh, I need to know more about the world, what's going on, and just do all that for entertainment while the freaking house is burning down. They don't want to hear what the solution is, which is getting rid of this program and the healing process that is really difficult at times, but it is possible to get rid of this program. And me and Liz, day by day, we're breaking through that program, and then it comes back again. It has us hijacked again, and then we break out of it again. It says, and it will break down soon. It will. So much to say about this alone. However, let's move on. You see, the plant medicine is like an antivirus system. What it does, it eliminates the virus program with which we have been bewitched by the mental hijackers. What is the corona crisis? Huh? What is it? It's mind control. It's a spell on the mind, and that spell goes very deep. Very, very deep. Now, who talks about taking down this program, taking down the mental hijackers? Healing that program, and then you'll become a force to reckon with. Only you. Who talks about you don't have to wake up the masses? No, you don't. Oh, we just have to wake the others up, and then we'll reach a critical mass, and then the Great Awakening is going to happen. It's a lie. It's an uncomfortable lie. Because it all resides with you. It's all about you and your choices and your dedication. And I tell you, my dedication is firm. I get rid of this program. It has no power over me. I am the power. Come what may. I'll survive, as I am the energy source here in this universe. I am the power. I give the commands. I hold the highest of all commands here on earth. Because I am a sentient being. I am moral. That's power. And this is how the plant medicine makes you start talking firm. And not jittering, oh, maybe it's like, no, it is like that. That's what it is. The truth is absolute. And stick to it, because, again, let me pull it up again, the mental hijackers will try and deviate. Oh yeah, maybe I'm not so powerful. You have to be firm. It's a really important point I'm making here. Clear. She eliminates the virus program, and this is what she's teaching me right now. The magic of manifestation, the ultimate. I mean, jeez. This is what I mean by the crown. Ultimate knowledge. This is it. The magic of manifestation. That's what it's all about. This is the single one thing the mind controllers don't want you to know. How it really works. And through this process, I've been getting, the last few days, I've been getting incredible information. That I, even after having studied natural law, Mark Passio, read so many books, gone deep into the law of manifestation, the plant medicine is giving me such simple information that I've never heard anyone talk about. Again, love to share all of this with you, but you have to keep with me for now because it's just so much that I can share at the moment. The magic of manifestation. It's the penultimate, where the whole whirlwind of energy of the world suddenly works for you according to your directions and command, creating the reality experience that you want. Having gone through this process of transformation, where you have difficulties, where the shadows come up that you have to transform. That's what she's teaching me, and it goes deep. It takes you deep. It takes you very deep, going deep and working on building trust in yourself. Oh, it's an ultimate. This is ultimate. Do you really trust yourself? This is everything that sovereignty is all about. Ultimate knowledge of sovereignty ain't found in a so-called state based on the definitions of territoriality. That's how they defined sovereignty back in the 1800s, 1700s, 1800s. No, sovereignty is penultimately a natural law concept. It's a principle of the natural order that all of creation is based on. And that true sovereignty, it's a deep process. It takes you very deep. That's why I've got the water here. It has everything to do with emotions. And letting the emotions flow. Feel everything. Try and feel everything. And work with that flow of energy. Even if it's not joy. Even if it's fear. Even if it's anger. Work with that energy. And build the trust in yourself. That's ultimately what it's really about. And that's what the plant medicine does. It works on building trust inside you. And you see, the question that I ask is, what matters? It's also going to be in the title of this video, I reckon. Don't know what's coming next. That's why it's a surprise. What matters? Matter. What is matter? There's again the question, what is reality? Also interesting that when we ask the question, what matters to you, what matters, it's actually what's really important. And you see, I had an incredible experience just since the last video. You see, money is the medium that controls all the fish in the environment. The reason I'm pulling up this slide is I had a deep contemplation. Again, another learning lesson that the plant medicine showed me. And I'm all honest here, I'm sharing this with you. Is I came to the question, what matters? And you see, in the last video, I asked a few times about financial support for the Gnostic takeover. That right now would be the time to really support the Gnostic takeover financially. And I was devastated to see that only one single individual, and thank you by the way for that, sent me 12 euros after asking multiple times for help. No one's giving that help. But you see, I had to realize that it was the plant medicine that was giving me a teaching that, yeah, I can be and feel sad about not being supported. That's a natural reaction. And again, have existential fears come up. Oh, no one is interested in the Gnostic takeover, it looks like. But the plant medicine was teaching me something, and I needed to listen. What matters? And I can tell you, I've contemplated about this experience. And I will continue to ask people for help and financial support. If you can't see the importance of this information, then that's your problem. You've not figured out the significance of the information that I'm sharing here, which is the penultimate, the ultimate knowledge. However, that's not for me. What matters is that I get my value system straight. What matters, what value I put, is that I do these videos because I love doing it. And to not have any expectations anymore. You see, because that's what the program of conditioning was trying to manipulate me. That's why I share. This is one of the programs of conditioning that I've realized just the last week. The expectation that when I ask for support, why don't people support me? It's a teaching. Ask yourself what really matters. And then I came to the conclusion, well, I'm doing these videos because I love doing it. I'll always continue doing this because that's what I'm great at doing. Doing videos, doing presentations, being a teacher of natural law and natural order. That's what I do. And you see, it's very interesting that talking about learning about the magic of manifestation, what the plant medicine was trying to teach me is that this reality does not run on money. This reality works on energy, frequency, and vibration, and they have put money as a blockage to the flow of energy, and at the basis, at the core of their control system, to have money at the center instead of the real thing, the real experience, the energy, the emotion, the feeling of life. And you see, how can the plant medicine teach me that this reality doesn't work on money and get rid of my cultural conditioning? Because I come from a family background that's just a totally normal family background here in the middle of Europe. I've never been spoilt in having a home to live in. That was the only something that everyone should have in the world as a basis. However, that was my cultural conditioning, was always the thing with money. And that's what I have to work through. And you see, how can the medicine show me that this reality doesn't work on money? By withdrawing money from me and blocking my channel to money. For how long that's going to last, I don't know. However, I know that I needed to realize this and share this with you also, because maybe that will help you also. Maybe your issue has also been with money. And just let go and trust. And I will let go and trust. You see, what matters is building trust. Working on building trust. That's what matters. So I'll just trust that people will support me and they'll get the power of this information. And if not, Well, let's see. I'll continue anyway, no matter what. There's no going back anymore at the stage where I am. And that's a perfect description here for the plant medicine. Busting the bubble of the program. Oh, it's a big bubble. That's what I'm finding out. I've been on this journey up to February, and since February it's been nothing but learning curve, steep learning curve. And I love learning that. That's what matters. It's what truly matters. What matters is the learning. So I'm deeply grateful for the plant medicine, for all the learning lessons that I'm getting. And what it's truly about, what matters is how the universe really works. There's so much to talk about, so much that I still want to get into. However, I want to keep it at a limit here in this video. Just so I'll say hello and share a little bit about what I'm going through right now, right? Because how the universe really works, again, what I'm truly talking about is the magic of manifestation. And this is what me and Liz are being challenged with right now. It's a crisis. We don't know where we're going to end up. We don't know where we're going to be in a few weeks' time. Where are we going to be? No idea. However, all healing has to do with a shift of perception. And we can choose to see it through the eyes of an innocent child again by healing our inner child. And see it through the eyes of adventure. And being grateful that, in actual fact, this crisis is the greatest chance that we've ever had. And the medicine is teaching directly the beautiful magic of manifestation. Everything that I'm going to be sharing here on this channel, by the way, for free, because that's how this reality works. It works on energy, frequency, and vibration. I give energy attention. You know how long it takes to put a video like that together? I give all of that for free. And I, with my understanding, know that when the time is right, the medicine will open the gate again. So I receive. But that's it, with the right timing. The magic of manifestation, and it really drives at the core. Are you able to manifest a new home, a new house? In the case of us, we're manifesting a new house without having stacks of money to do and pay for that. As I said, when the medicine shows me, by my lack of access to money, that this reality doesn't work on money, it actually works on energy, then I can work with that energy in my daily discipline and manifest a new home through the magic of manifestation, through the principles that this reality is governed by. Discover them, discover the ultimate knowledge, and then apply it. The theory together with the practice. That is wisdom, which is the highest level of knowledge, personal experience. So how the universe really works and finding out the simplicity of it, this is what it's really all about. And it all starts with the one, the most radically censored and least spoken about principle of reality, natural law, natural order, is the principle of the one. You see, I'm going through at the moment the Kybalion, and the Kybalion, which has good views, very good information on the Hermetic principles. However, the Kybalion and the authors of it, they're at war with the principle of the one. Just like Mark Passio, a very good teacher of natural law, is at war with the principle of one. They do not want people to know about this principle, namely that it all starts with one. The downward pyramid starts with one. It's the pyramid of sovereignty. It's the pyramid of magnetism. Magnetism is ultimate power, the source of all energy. Electromagnetism, however, this control system has hidden this information the most, the knowledge about magnetism. That's why it's one of the reasons why the information of Nikola Tesla never saw daylight properly, because they will manipulate that from coming out. This is ultimate knowledge I'm talking about here. And what it's truly all about is the one who escapes the lower world. We don't need the masses to do that. This is what the Gnostic takeover is rooted in. This is what Gnosticism throughout the ages, throughout history, has been rooted in. To escape the lower world. And that is escaping the program of conditioning. We don't need anything outside of ourselves in order to be able to do that. It's by realizing the conditioning that we've been put under and transcending those limiting beliefs and ideas, and do something different. Know that our life has a greater meaning. This is the workings of the lower world. This is the workings with which the mental hijackers have imprisoned us. The lower world, imprisoning us in a frequency prison, a limited spectrum. But we can transcend because we have access to the infinite, because we are organic, because we originate from nature, not from the machine world. This is who I truly am, and I stand for it. I don't do this for money. I only ever started doing this because I wanted to be free, and I had no clue how that was gonna look like. I'm the humanitarian. I care about mankind, probably more than anyone else I've ever met in my life. And I'll make that my strength. This is who I am. Anyone can have any idea about me. Doesn't matter. I know best of who I am, and I do this for the greatest of all causes. I do this for my family of mankind, for everyone I've not gotten to know yet. I want to visit all the places on the world here, get to meet all the cultures, the indigenous, learn together, really connect the world. This is everything that I am. This is what matters, is knowing who you really are and standing by that. And I do this video as a reminder for myself not to lose faith, not to lose trust. That's the appropriate word, not to lose trust, because ultimately that's losing trust in yourself. And it's a message to everyone out here also. You can take this as inspiration. Stay true to yourself. Doesn't matter what anyone, expert, whoever thinks about it. It's what you think about yourself. That's the nature of reality. That's what natural law and natural order at the basis of sovereignty is all about. Only you and your thinking about yourself creates your experience of reality. So stay true to yourself and the path you have chosen. I've not chosen the easiest path. That's why these last months have been so damn difficult. But I keep going. No matter what. That's why, as I'm watching this video right now, I want to remind myself I will keep going no matter what. I trust myself and I'll walk the path that I've chosen, and I will not stop until the finish line of this marathon. I won't back down, because this is about all of us. This is about freedom for all of mankind. And I take on that responsibility. Therefore, I will continue no matter what. At the end, I'd like to share with you this quote from the Kybalion that I found very appropriate and very powerful. The truly wise, knowing the nature of the universe, use laws against laws, the higher against the lower, and by art of alchemy transform that which is undesirable into that which is worthy, and thus triumph. That is what the art of alchemy is all about. Not just wanting the new to manifest, but taking the old and the dense energy, the fear, the worry, the anger, the frustration, the blackness, and transform that darkness, as the principle of Aikido goes, and transform it to the light. That's your source of power. And this is the knowledge throughout the ages. The secret of alchemy. Transforming darkness by shining your light. So till next time, take very good care. Bye bye.